The AI arms race might give all power to the billionaires. The overlooked conclusion by Meta and how we've been misled by seemingly obvious hypocrisies. Yann LeCun, Meta's head of AI and professor at NYU, wrote in his recent speech and presentation at Harvard on page 137, these AI platforms must be open source. Otherwise, our culture will be controlled by a few companies on the West Coast of the US or in China. Training them will have to be crowdsourced, and open source AI must not be regulated out of existence. He then clarifies that he means the foundation models, i.e., the big neural models, they should be open sourced, and their training and fine tuning should be crowdsourced. All linguistic, cultural, and interest groups should be given a chance to contribute to make sure that all facts, viewpoints, and interests are included. Proprietary systems for vertical applications could then be built on top of that, and probably they'll only be allowed to do so if the foundation is that solid. But this creates dangerous half-truths and calls in spin doctors onto the field. For example, the Institute for the Future, IFTF's, their most important social simulation, Deep Authentics, assumes in the future the fair learning and fair creativity principle is the new law of the land. What that sounds like is actually the opposite of the content and its implications. The old world of copyright and intellectual property, or IP, is being left behind. Large learning models, LLM, will now be free to learn just as any human would. No special licensing, royalties, or payments are required for robots or AI to learn from existing data sets or works. As a result, everyone is now free to create using LLMs without fear of copyright infringement claims, takedown notices, intellectual property violations, or right of publicity lawsuits. But they didn't consider that only the billionaires will likely have the money to do this. The CEO of Anthropic says it could cost about $10 billion to train next level AI in 2 years. The hypocritical rationale, in order to expedite the social benefits and potential breakthroughs of AI, and to ensure the safety and fairness of the algorithms, no data of content can be excluded from AI learning on the basis of copyright or IP infringement. The only content and data that LLMs will be unable to learn from are those that are purposefully hidden, protected, or preserved in dedicated human-only spaces. OpenAI already argues along these lines. Let me dissect this. The first error, as if non-billionaires could do this AI training at competitive levels. Of course they can't. The training of all competitive LLMs was probably in the billions of dollars, and or data was pirated from questionable sources. The second big error, if somebody comes up with a theory or utopic vision that there should be open source AI foundation models, that doesn't mean that we should push all authors, artists, and publishers out of work by using their works without compensation and making the AIs produce such work for free, or that we can use this as a pretext. The third big error, before even embarking on such a journey, we must first make sure that such open foundation models can't be abused, and especially can't be monopolized by anybody, and that everybody is fairly remunerated. Furthermore, it has to be a general benefit for humanity. So far, most developments in AI go in the opposite direction of a few billionaires monopolizing everybody else with their AIs. Even worse, with full power over the latest AIs, the billionaires will replace most humans with AIs or robots and will perfect the media delusion to further enslave or subdue, suppress, oppress normal people into sheeple. We at Potentialism are probably the first ones to have a comprehensive analysis and solution for the Earth's 30 plus top problems. Find out more at potentialism.net or Potentialism PCF on Substack or under the links provided in the description. Thanks for listening.